everyone. I shot a video about 2 days ago, and in that video that you're going to see, I showed you some damage that was done to our property from a really horrific storm that came through here. We have been 2.5 days without power. We finally got power on today, and it's just massive cleanup, you know, of course, in the refrigerators. Luckily, we have a very good friend, neighbor, about 2 miles up the road who didn't lose their power, and so we took a bunch of our freezer stuff over to their house just to save some food. The refrigerator things that I thought that we should probably try to salvage, I threw them in our chest freezer down in the basement because I have some big pieces of meat that were frozen solid, so I figured that would probably keep everything cool. And it did. Thank God we got power on today, because we couldn't keep Grandma out of the refrigerator to save our souls. She would just go in there and open up the doors and look, and we're like, shut the door, shut the door, shut the door. You can't go in the refrigerator. And, you know, after the first day, pretty much, it was, a lot of things were not salvageable. So I've been doing cleanup, cleaning out the refrigerators, and it's a great time to wash everything down, I guess, you know, when it's empty. But the important thing I wanted to tell you about this video that you're going to see that we started to shoot was we found out today that we had an F-1 tornado come through our town. It's kind of disturbing because the alarms never went off, sirens never went off. And just to let you know what had happened, it was about 11:30 at night. Keith and I were downstairs doing our, you know, watching our shows, and he was playing the piano, and we lost power. So we came upstairs to see what was going on, and we knew, you know, watching our weather apps that, you know, there was a pretty severe storm coming through with lots of lightning and thunder and rain and hail and everything else. So we stepped out onto the porch here, and the wind was just going back and forth, and we couldn't tell what direction anything was coming from. So we went inside and lit candles and, you know, made sure everybody was okay in bed. And we went to bed for the night. And in hindsight, we should have gone down to the basement, but we didn't hear any alarms going off. So we, like I said, we lost power for 2.5 days. We worked outside a lot. I was busy tying up the tomato plants because I don't know if it was the wind that threw them down or if it was the deer walking through the garden that knocked them over, but I was busy doing that. And now it's just hot. And by Friday, today is Wednesday, by Friday we've got a heat wave coming. And I know it's all through Texas right now. It's hitting Louisiana. It's down in Nashville. It's coming east, and it's going to be pretty horrific. So we thank God that we have power now, because this heat wave coming up was really going to be a concern. So with that all being said, the video that I'm going to show you and the destruction that we had in the back of the property was from an F-1 tornado. Hey everyone, it's Patty with Sleepy Glen Homestead. How you doing? We had some really severe wind last night, really bad lightning storm that came through here. I just wanted to bring you around and show you how bad it was. Keith got most of it cleaned up, but I don't know if you can see all the leaves laying down. It was bad. There was a huge branch that was just stuck in the ground here this morning, and it was right next to the greenhouses, these big trees. So we were very fortunate. Nothing happened to the greenhouses, no holes, no nothing. Everything is good. You know, we tucked them back here by the trees to keep them cool during the summertime, and it's done its job. But there's always that casualty, especially this big tree right here. This is an old apple tree that Keith is eventually going to get it trimmed down. He's doing little by little, but nothing came off of that thing. You can see how big these trees are around here. I mean, they got to be 50 foot tall. Well, maybe not. Maybe 30. But anyways, hey, let me take you out back and show you the damage back there. The girls want to say hi. That's Lulu. That's Petunia. They're getting pretty big. We're excited about that. I don't know if they are. Guess they don't know what's coming to them. But they're eating some of the leaves that came off of the trees last night. They're enjoying it. Anyways, back here is like a little trail, and I see some chickens back here. They found their way back here finally. Right over here is a huge tree that came down towards the house, and Keith said that it broke off real close to the ground. I think we'll just take the trail around. It's a really nice trail. Very quiet back here. This is the back of our property. So you can see a lot of sticks and stuff laying on the ground here. Some of them broke off. I don't know if you can see that little branch there. Keith had this path cleaned off, and there's just branches everywhere. There's one that's broken. That is really nothing compared to this big old tree back here. Here's more broken branches here. I don't even know if I can get up in there. Here it is. This tree came down last night, and it fell towards the house. And this thing is probably at least 30 foot long. And our shed is just right over here on this side. The house is just beyond that. That's kind of scary when you think about winds. They were probably 50, 60 miles an hour last night. And it sounded like a train coming through. I was afraid of a tornado. But this tree was rotting out anyways. You could see that. And it was eventually going to come down. Don't worry, I got my tick spray on. Lord have mercy, I've had enough ticks this year to last me a lifetime. Every time I came outside, I had a tick. Got to the point where I was saving them all. Here's another tree here, right here, that came down. So there's a lot of trees here. There's one, can't tell if that first one came off of a tree or if it was a tree. Nope, it came off of this tree right here. See that right there? That tree broke, it snapped. And there it is. And there's my chickens. And this all right here, this big tree came from, oh wow, you gotta look at this. This one just uprooted itself. Let me see if I can get a better angle on it. Okay, right here. This is where the tree was uprooted. You can see the roots weren't in the ground very far, and it fell that way. The house is this way, and the shed is this way. We're very fortunate because we have many big trees around our house. And boy, we need to really have a good survey done on our trees. For instance, here's 2 pine trees right here, and if they fell towards the house, it would probably reach the house. Here's a big old oak tree. I love this oak tree. It is just beautiful. And it goes way up, and if it fell, because the winds always come this way, if it fell towards the house, it's taking out the kitchen, for sure. Okay, that's all the doom and gloom around here. Let's talk about some good stuff. I got some good stuff. Okay, so I want to show you this. This area here, next to my basement, and I have an area right over there, just right up against this concrete wall. I've got asparagus growing that I just planted, okay? And these have probably been in the ground about 3 months. Just a couple of days ago, I planted all these that I grew from seed. So I'm really excited about that. And if you've never seen a firefly, that is a firefly in the daytime. Pretty cute. We harvested some red potatoes the other day, and pretty impressed with their size. And let's go in the greenhouse and harvest those potatoes. So, on a happier note, besides all the fallen trees, let's go into the greenhouse where I planted my potatoes, and I purchased these potatoes at the grocery store, and they were organics. So here they are right here. I've already dug some up, and this is what I got. And these were about the size of the potatoes that I bought at the grocery store. So one plant gave me about 6 of these. Not bad, huh? So let's just dig some up and see what we can get. There's one. Plant right here. Let's see what I can get out of this. I hope there's more. Here we go. These are grocery store potatoes, my friends, and you can grow more potatoes. So I planted part of a potato, and I got more potatoes out of it. And it only takes a couple of months. There's another one. Now, these leaves are still green, but they do have flowers. But you know what? They've been in long enough. So let's pull one up and see what we've got growing. Look at how massive this is. I don't even know. Look at all those mushrooms growing. Wow. This is one plant. Check it out. This is just one plant. I don't even know where the plant is at. I found it. It's right here. Ready? Set. Here we go. There's one. There's another one. There's another one down here. Okay, here's another plant. I got 3. Easiest way to harvest your potatoes, even if they're still green, your leaves and stuff, is just to pull it out of the ground. Watch. Here we go. Here it is. There's Mr. Frog. Okay, these are Tasteful Selection and Honey Gold potato. I planted these on April the 5th, and they were store-bought. So, yes, you can grow store-bought potatoes. There you go.
Hey guys, this is our yield right here for the potatoes. This is our experimental crop. These were grown inside a greenhouse this whole time. The rest of our big yield is out in the garden, and we got hundreds of them out there. But this just came from the greenhouse. This is just a great job. Patty planted these things in here and babied them, and they came out beautiful. So kind of like this is something that my ancestors used to do back in Louisiana, is they would just plow them up from the ground like this and put them in burlap bags and throw them in the basement. They'll make them 50-pound bags, throw them in the basement, keep them nice and cool. Grandma would come out there and get a bag or get a half a bag, and she'd cook those for the whole week or the whole month. But that was just, you eat what you harvest. You know, there's no drive-through, there's no Taco Bell. This is what the harvest is. So for these particular potatoes, probably for the next couple of months, this is what we're gonna have with our dinner. And also, you see me just throwing these in the bag. For the most part, you don't wash vegetables until you're ready to use them. You just put them right in storage, just like how they come out of the ground. It's a protective coating on them from Mother Nature. And when you wash them, you take all that off, and mold and disease and stuff comes into play. So very important to remember that. Old Mother Earth has got a lot of values.
We got about 25 pounds of potatoes, and I think they were only 1 pound bags. I had 3 of them, so that's not bad. Not bad at all.
No, got our yield out of this.
So it was fun growing these, doing a little experiment to show you guys that you can regrow your potatoes that you buy at the grocery store.
And you can grow potatoes in the greenhouse.
Yes, in raised beds. Okay, well, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Share this video with your friends. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to our channel. We would appreciate your support. Take care.
All right, see you later.